Hari Om Shri Matre Namaha. Om Hreem Kamakyaye Namaha. Today I am sharing with you the glories of Ma Kamakya. What is the speciality of Kamakya Shaktipeetham and what is special about it? Why should we go to Kamakya Shaktipeetham? I'm not going to tell you any story here. This is going to be an entry into the Upasana of Devi Kamakya. I'm just going to touch what is the speciality. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the small mantra which can be used by every one of you, because Kamakya does not live outside. She's within every one of us. So I request you to listen to this podcast with reverence, with Sharanagati, holding on to the feet of the Parabrahma Swarupini, Sri Mata, Lalita Maha Tripura Sundari, the Kamakya Devi. What does the word Kamakya mean? Ka, desire. Ma, mother. Yoni, Ma. See, all the jivas, right, from the cattle to all, whatever language it is, everyone born out of the yoni calls their creative mother, that is the biological mother, as Ma. Kama. Akya, fulfiller. So the word Kamakya means the fulfiller of desires, the place where the desires are fulfilled. Now you might ask me, if I have a wrong desire, will it be fulfilled? Please be patient with me. I'll be explaining it to you at the end of the series. So Ma Kamakya is a pita where your desires are fulfilled. One small request here, don't approach Kamakya with selfish desires. Okay, let's go into the secrets of Ma Kamakya. The Purana connected with Kamakya Devi, which is Kamakya Mahatmyam, occurs in Kalika Puranam, and it is rendered to us through Lord Shiva, as Lord Shiva narrates it to Parvati Devi. Let me say what you mean by yoni. Wherever creation occurs, it's yoni. There existed Shakti, the primordial energy from which everything is manifested. And that's why we in Lalita Sahasranama we say, Yoni Nilaya. Wherever there is creation, wherever there is, the blooming of energy, that is Yoni. Now I want to say something very interesting here. When the word Yoni is mentioned, people often relate it to the female genetic organ, okay? So here, one small thought to explain the greatness of Sanatana Dharma. Our goddess, say for example Lalita Ma, was she born out of yoni? We have the Purana, Lalitopakyana. So how does she come? She comes out of Chitagni Kunda. Kali, Mahishasura Madini. Okay, so Mahishasura Madini. How does he come? Devas go and plead. And from the tejas of all the Devas, collectively, Devi is formed. She was not born. Hope you understand what is the meaning of yoni. And also hope you are able to discern the Satvastu and Asat. One, it is created, and one, it is not created. Take the birth of Kartikeya. He was not born out of yoni. Take the birth of Ganesha. He was not born out of yoni. Okay? But sometimes we say, some gods were born out of yoni but without a man. So I leave it to you to ponder. So here, though yoni means the female genital organ, it also is the place where the manifestation of desire happens. So this pita is known as the yoni pita. Why? So the Neelanchal hill, see Kamakya is there in the hill, a small hill only, and it's known as the Neelanchal hill. In the Neelanchal hill, the yoni of Sati Devi fell. So this is the primary or the most important Pradhana Shakti Pita. So when we talk about Shakti Pitas, what is the Shakti Pita? What do they mean? See, we have sthala, that is the places on this earth. Okay, that is in this Bharatavarsha, in the Bharat, where the parts of Sati Devi fell. See, at present, one Shakti Pita is all there in Pakistan and everything, but the Bharatavarsha, okay, Akhanda Bharata, where the parts of the Sati Devi fell after she immolated herself in the Daksha Yagam. So all this is the Puranic part of it. And that is known as the Shakti Pitam. For example, like I take Kamakshi is the Nabi Pitam, where the Nabi of Devi fell. So we are having so many Shakti Pitams. See, these 51 Shakti Pitas, and they are connected with the Aksharas of the Sanskritam, 51 Aksharas. Aksharas are the creative energy, Aksharam. That's why Saraswati Devi is holding the Aksharamala. Okay, so Aksharas are to Ksha, are to Aham is all that. They are connected with the chakras of your body. Aksharas are the basic vibrations. That is the speciality of Sanskritam, why we have to chant in Sanskritam. All these things are there. Now, when we are considering the Shakti Pitas, we have Shakti Pitas where her head fell, her hands fell, her eyes fell, all. But this Shakti Pita, which is Kamakya, is the Pitam where the yoni of the Devi fell. So the energy in the Neelanchal hill is so powerful that your desires will get fulfilled. Now here, see, there's no idol, there's no murti. So you cannot expect, like, you can have the darshan of a murti, you can see the beautiful alankaram. No, it's a self-manifested yoni. So it's a self-manifested yoni. And see, I see people coming and telling me, I went to Kamakya. And I went inside, I was frightened inside. I didn't see anything. It was dark inside. I couldn't see anything. Why you people say you want to go there? You cannot see with your naked eyes. You can see with your nirvana. Hope I am putting it right. With the naked eyes, with your eyes wide open, you cannot experience her. You can experience her only in your silence. Because that place is so powerful that Devi is manifesting as Yoni, the center of creation. And I told you, this has been mentioned in Kalika Purana as Kamakya Mahatmyam. So I want to read few verses from that for you so that you can connect with her better. Yatra yonasthita devi sarva srishti prasutikaha tatra tishtanti deveshi brahma vishnu Maheshwaraha. So you experience when you see that yoni of Devi, which is self-manifested, which is Swayambhu. So there is the source of all creations. And there dwells Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. So there's no greater Peetham than Kamakhya. It's the most important Peetham for all the tantric sadhanas because the manifestation is very swift because the presence of Devi is there. Now, why there is no idol installed there? Again, I want to quote from the Kalika Purana. Na tatra pratima karya yoni rupa hi sa smruta swayambhur nityata devi kamakya loka pujitaha. She is self manifested here. She is the Nitya. She is worshipped by all the worlds. So there's no Murti. You don't have to look out for a Murti. Experience her. So I'm going to tell you what you have to do when you go to Kamakhya. So there's no Murti there. Don't expect any Murti there. You have to experience her in your inner silence. So if you're connected with your outer world, you'll be still lost. It's not going to help you in any way. Because I see other things also, like, it's a sthalam where the bali happens. And I can explain to you why the bali happens because there are certain natural rhythms which has to be followed. And for the purpose, as mentioned in Tantra, the bali happens. But I see people who's getting, oh God, they kept this head. It's all be there. What is being given? See that as something, the karma has been cut off. Don't get annoyed with that or don't get, like fearful seeing that. It's been offered to Devi. It doesn't mean that you have to offer them, but just be calm. Don't get perturbed by seeing the heads of animals which have been offered to Devi, which is kept here. Never shrink your body or never feel bad about it. And don't open your mouth about it as you come out. She is there. The eternal mother is there. And she has accepted it. And there's a great, great Tantra secret hidden in giving the bali. So just accept it and be there. Let your presence be there. Devi is in her most creative form, that is Yoni. Okay. Now, I want to mention few things about the Ambubachi festival which happens there. So during that Ambubachi festival, Devi is said to be bleeding. That is, she's having her menstrual cycle. And 3 days the temple is closed. No puja is done. No mantra ucharana is done. No male member is allowed to enter into the premises. See how beautiful it is. You know what? I'll read the sloka for you. Rajasvala bhave devi rutukale mahabhala. So it is known as Rutukalam. See, as all of you know, when a girl attains puberty, we have in Indian tradition, we have say that she's attained Rutu. What does it mean? Rutam. The same meaning as Rutam. So Rutukalam, Rutu Sudarshana Kalam. Okay? So the rhythm, the natural rhythm. So the natural rhythm is what you call as the ritu. So when a girl attains a puberty, she's attained the natural rhythm with unison with a lunar cycle and she's got her periods and now she's very creative, like she can give birth to children. So that is the Rutukalam. Okay, so here Devi is most powerful during Rutukalam and needs no mantra there. Here, actually speaking, during the Rutukalam, the earth is setting itself into the rhythm. That's a hidden secret there. So, during the Ritukalam, no mantra upadesham will happen in any of the pitas on this, who follow the tantric path in any Sri Vidya Pitam, because the Ritukalam is most auspicious and we'll have to observe only the silence and meditate on Devi. That itself will shower you with the blessing of Devi. Okay? So the mantra goes, say, Tada na pujyate mantrair swashaktim संन्यसेत् परा तदा न पूज्यते मन्त्रैः स्वशक्तिं संन्यसेत् परा. So there is no mantra worship here. The energy is, Devi is withdrawn inward during her Ridukalam, and she becomes the Rajaswala, and she is immensely powerful. So every year when you see the Ambubachi is happening at Kamakhya, if possible, in your own place, observe the silence. Worship her mentally. No utterance of mantra is needed. Sit quietly. Pray to Kamakhya Devi. Just one prayer. Ma Kamakhya, reveal yourself to me. Let your grace be upon me forever. That's all. Connect with her. And that's why I gave you a very simple mantra which needs no initiation, no nyasam, nothing. Simply Om Hreem Kamakyaye Namaha. I'm not giving you the other mantra which needs initiation, sadhana, everything. But keep repeating this mantra when you go to Kamakhya. This is for common people. Like, you can always enjoy this mantra and have the sadhana. So in Kamakhya, you don't have to utter this mantra with your mouth open. Do it in silence. Silence is the best mantra for Kamakhya. Like, this Vidya also teaches us that the periods of women is not, something which should be looked down upon. It's sacred. The periods a woman gets is sacred. She is manifesting as Devi then. She is setting up the rhythm. So let's learn to respect a woman who is bleeding. See, this is our Sanatana Dharma. Okay? Now, coming to the point, suppose, say, you're visiting Kamakhya. Nowadays, many people are going to Kamakhya. It's very beautiful, but at the same time, let's go there with complete reverence, because it's not one in the list of the temples you visit. It's not the temple where you see so many murtis, so many idols, and so many temples. I've been there. Because if you go with that thought, I've seen people coming back without anything. Like, in the sense, they've not experienced anything. Oh, I saw that, I saw this thing was there, so much of crowd was there. I could see something, animals being, given for as a bhali. And it was, so much of huge crowd was there, so much, nothing. Accept her as she is. Feel the inner energy, because I have done my sadhana at Kamakhya. I can reveal it to you. Because when I went for the first time, I did not have any idea. So it was just something. And we were all discussing all these things and came off. Nothing happened. The second time I went there, Devi revealed everything to me, and I had a blissful experience. And now, again, this year we are going. And every year we are planned to make people go there. We do the sadhana. The best sadhana one can do at Kamakhya is silence. Silence. Whatever upasana you have to take, it's here. Before that, there the upasana is between you and Devi. Now I'll go about the temples in and around Kamakhya. So Kamakhya is the Pradhana temple, which is in the center. And you have all the Dashmaka Vidya temples all around Kamakhya Devi. Kali, Tara, Tripura, Bhuvaneshwari, Chinnamastika, Dhumavati, okay, Matangi, Varahi, all the Dashmahavidya, Kamalatmika, all the Dashmahavidya temples are around Kamakya. And surprisingly, wherever you go there, you will find the same yoni, the creative energy. You'll not find any murti or anything like, maybe in the outside, but the sanctum sanctorium is the same setup, that is the Swayambhu Yoni. Because I've been to all the places and surprisingly everywhere you find the same thing, because Devi is manifesting there so powerfully. Actually, as I'm delivering this, why I'm closing my eyes is she's drawing me there, and I am just visualizing all the Dashmahabhidya Peetam around Kamakya. So when you go there, it's not just you visit Kamakya, stand in the queue, spend time, and come back, chit chat, have some chips, have some eats, and then come back. No. As you wait to see the darshan of Devi, keep repeating in your mind, Om Hrim Kamakyai Namaha. Devi Ma, just reveal yourself to me. Simply silence. Don't talk. Don't talk. Don't talk with anyone unless and otherwise it's necessary. She will show herself to you. Okay? Initially go to start your journey at Kamakya. Visit all the Dashmahavidya. Come back to Kamakya. Maybe if you're not able to get the darshan that time, just do the pradakshinam around Kamakya. Surrender yourself to her feet and then come back. Okay, and now coming back to your desire, Kama Akya. She fulfills your desire, but you have whatever desire you want before you go there. But follow what I told you, and as you return back, you will know your desires are channelized or moralized. Your desires will be moralized. So, if your desires are wrong, I will give you a small yardstick to find out whether your desire is correct or not. If my desire is hampering the freedom of someone, if my desire is going to harm physically or mentally or emotionally someone, then my desire is not correct. That's all. You can have the desire for anything, but my desire should not affect the freedom of, just put it into this, my desire should not affect the freedom of anyone else. Okay, I want to sing and dance loud, but someone is sitting there and doing the meditation. I cannot fulfill this desire. I'm not allowed to do this. I want to expand my boundary. I can't break the boundary of the neighbor. I'm attracted to the wife of someone. I cannot fulfill that desire because it's going to affect them physically, mentally, emotionally. So you put this, if my desire is going to hamper the freedom, affect them physically, affect someone else mentally, affect someone else physically, then I will not fulfill my desire. That's not good. So this will automatically happen when you surrender to Devi. You understand? So when you surrender, that's why I'm telling you Kamakya Devi will fulfill your desire. If your desires are wrong, and if that is also fulfilled. That will also be fulfilled. But you will face the consequences because you will be incurring bad karma. You understand here? So if you surrender to Devi, she will fulfill your desire in the right way, the right path. So everything, she is Kamakya. So that's why I have incorporated a very small mantra, Om Hreem Kamakya Namaha. Very small. It is not the tantric, the deeper tantric secretive mantra. No. This is for everyone, common. You just take it. Even without the Srividya Upasana, you can have it. If you want greater Upasana, definitely, yeah, you're sure welcome. Okay. So, I want to conclude this episode with few slokas. This Kamarupa Shakti Peetam, the Kamakya, the Yoni Peetam, is the birthplace of Tantra. That also occurs in the Kalika Purana, the Kamakya Mahatmya. Kamarupam Mahapunyam Tantranam Janmabhumikam Atra Siddhif Prajayeta Devya Anugraha Dhruvam. So it is extremely sacred place and the birthplace of all the tantras. So here is an invitation to take Srividya Sadhana, because Devi in Lalita Sahasranama, Hayagriva gives Agastya and says that Lalita Sahasranama should not be given to people without Srividya. So that's the condition. So Srividya is the upasana of Devi, the Shakta Upasana. Only if you are into Shakta Upasana, Lalita Sahasranama will give you the fullest benefit. Okay. So for all the people who are following Shaktam, this is the Pradhana Peetam, Janma Bhumikam. So this is the Janma Bhumi of all the Tantra. And the worship is Guptam, that is, it is secret. Guptayam Pujaye Devi Yeka Chittena Sadakaha Shigram Siddhim Avapnoti Satyam Satyam Na Samshayaha. No doubt about it. You will get the siddhi soon. So if you are a Srividya Upasaka, you can go there and do your mantra sadhana in silence. You have to shout and do it. Do it in silence. When you visit all the Dishmahavidya temples, sit there. Very narrow space will be there, but nobody will be there. So far, I don't know. One or two will be sitting. Go sit there. Or else come back to Kamakya. You have a vast area around it. Sit there in silence. Take that energy in you. Merge yourself with divine, with Dev. Okay? So, says, one who worships it secretively, internal worship. Okay? So this is the no doubt about it. And Kameshwari Mahadevi Bhaktanam Kamarupini Bhuktim Muktincha Datati Tasmat Kamakya Vishruta. So this is the Palashruti. That is the result of worshipping her. She is the one who gives us the bhakti and the mukti. So she will give you the bhakti, she will fulfill your desires, and she will also give you mukti. In case you want to do the Shatchakra sadhana, then you can invoke her energy at Muladhar Swadhisthana up to Manipuraka, because she works very powerfully at Swadhisthana chakra. So you can sit, activate your Muladhar, Swadhisthana and Manipuraka chakra, connect your energy with those of Devi, Devi Ma. You can visualize her as the form of red light, okay, at your Muladhar and Swadhisthana chakra. May the blessing of Kamakya Devi be present with all of us as we travel this Punya Yatra on this earth, in this body. Let the Yoni Shakti, the creative energy, be with us, guide us, and help us to attain the mukti of holding on to her. Let me conclude with reciting the mantra. Om Hrim Kamakhyayi Namaha. Om Hrim Kamakhyayi Namaha. Om Hrim Kamakhyayi Namaha. Sri Lalita Ambika Samarpanamastu.